Welcome back. You're watching the 8th Emerging India Awards. I'm Shireen Bhan. Our final SME from the pharma sector, Tynor Orthotics, was conceived when orthopedic products available to Indian patients were either of low quality or highly expensive. With an initial capital of 50,000 rupees, the company made a modest start in 1993. Let's take a look at the growth story.
Tynor was conceived with the resolve of providing the customers high-quality, state-of-the-art orthopedic appliances at an affordable price. The company is inching towards this vision by integrating modern technology and a strong value system among their skilled workforce. Over the last 15 years, Tynor has grown to become one of the top 2 brands in India for orthopedic appliances, with a network of over 500 dealers across the country and several others in over 30 countries.
Tell me, what are your different operations under Tynor? What are the products that you manufacture?
This range of products technically is called as orthopedic appliances and fracture aids. So they are termed as orthotic aids also, rehabilitation aids also. So these are basically products which are used outside the body and they are used to support various bones, various joints, various muscles of the body in various ailments. They are used for handicapped people. They are used to care for the geriatric, that is old age patients also. So commonly speaking, we have these cervical collars, we have these belts, we have these braces, knee braces, body braces. So all these products are used when people are not physically fit.
You are making products like silicone and you are, I'm sure, constantly innovating to make your products better. But you know, you're a SME and R&D usually requires a large sum of capital. How are you walking the fine line between that?
That's a very interesting area, because when we started, we very well knew that unless we are able to create a differentiator, we'll not be able to survive in this market. So being from a medical background and we from a research field, so we thought that our forte should be R&D. So we started working on, first of all, better product designing. So that's our forte in R&D. And then improving certain processes and innovating certain processes which would help us improve the quality of the product and decrease the cost of production.
What are some future plans for Tynor over the next 5 years?
The next few years, we actually want to spend on increasing the production. See, let me tell you, there is a huge market and huge market left untapped by us. So by and large, our focus should be to improve the production, which is the bottleneck at the moment. India needs a lot of more products and there are not many companies who are able to produce these items. Apart from that, we need more production because we have just signed up with this French major called Thuan. So they also want to source most of their production from us.
And what are some challenges that you foresee in accomplishing these goals?
See, the biggest challenge what we feel is the manpower. What we feel here is that since there is no degree in orthotics and prosthetics, so that's the biggest challenge. The second challenge is that since there are not many industries of this kind, so training is a very big challenge today. So we have to train each and every employee coming to our company. So parallel to production, we have a training institute. So where all these people who are joining us, they undergo a very rigorous training, and not only at the beginning, at the induction stage, we have trainings year around, you know, on a continual basis.
Now, since you're exporting also on a large scale through your French partner as well, what about competition on the global arena?
Strangely enough, in this field, there is a shortage of production. Not only in India, I'm talking of this is a worldwide phenomena. There are very few manufacturers, say about 400 to 500 manufacturers in the entire world.
SMEs in the pharma industry are wrought with their share of problems: access to funds, escalating drug costs, and of course the recent patent issues. So we asked our mentor, Kiran Mazumdar, the chairman and managing director of Biocon, to guide entrepreneurs on how they can get over these obstacles to achieve their goals.
In the case of biotech and the life sciences sector, the process of engaging customers into a contract is much longer because there are regulatory issues when you sign on contracts, you know. There are IP issues when you sign on contracts. So those have to first be addressed, and that takes a very long time. So by the time you get one big customer on board, it almost takes you a year. If you have a very good business model, I'm sure there will be private equity investors or angel investors or high net worth individuals who will invest in your business. Or you can even just find a strategic business partner. I think there are many mechanisms of finding those kind of financial investments. On the other hand, if you can also look at government funds, okay, there are state governments who are also willing to help you through seed funding. Now, if you also want to then look at, say, developing some new products, say new formulations or innovative formulations, there is also a lot of funding available from the Department of Science and Technology, from the Department of Biotechnology. Well, I would say if you're playing in the space of pharmaceuticals, there is a lot of skills available. There's a big talent pool available. And when you look at SMEs, I think they can tap into that talent pool quite easily. Okay. But retaining them is a challenge, and retaining anyone is a challenge, and the only way you can retain people is to give them a worthwhile responsibility and a role, and to basically compensate them in terms of that delivering on that role. When most companies look at export opportunities, the first opportunity that they look at is the US. Okay. Now the emerging markets are also very exciting opportunities because their regulatory barriers are slightly lower, opportunities are huge, and it's less challenging than, say, getting into Europe or US. Europe is now becoming a very unattractive market opportunity because it's a highly discounted market, and yet the regulatory stringency is as high as the US. India is at the cusp of a very big healthcare revolution. They are there waiting, and they should be waiting to address these wonderfully exciting opportunities. But as I keep saying, think differently, think out of the box, think at the emerging opportunities and say, where am I going to play, which is that space I'd like to be in, and then you need not stick with that space forever, but start somewhere which excites you.
That is a wrap on this week's edition of the Emerging India series. You've seen three entrepreneurs striving to carve their own niche in the domestic pharmaceutical market. Next week, another three SMEs, but this time from our final sector that we're focusing on, the auto sector. We get R.C. Bhargav, chairman of Maruti Suzuki, to play mentor. For now, from the team at the Emerging India Awards, many thanks for watching and goodbye.